Hey everyone, this is the Millennial Investor here with the November update. Let's go ahead and get started with Lending Club. Currently I'm sitting at $6,554, up from roughly $6,530 last month. So I've gained relatively about $25. Now in that time there has been a few updates, and the main ones have been that I currently have 4 notes that are in grace period. Now, even though I have 4 notes in grace period, I am fairly confident that 2 of these notes are going to be paying. So I believe it's this note, the E note, which they are on a payment plan. So I believe they're going to be fine, especially since they've been making most of their payments, as well as this A note, which currently has a payment pending, as well as they've indicated or they've contacted the payment specialists and mentioned that they are going to pay. Now, these 2 notes I'm fairly confident aren't going to pay, and I'm actually going to make another video talking about it because these notes aren't notes that I purchased off of Lending Club, but that I purchased off of their traded platform. And I've actually been doing some investigative research this past month, and that video is going to talk about what I've discovered, and it's actually quite interesting. So definitely stay tuned for that. Other than that, everything seems to be going good. My money is definitely going higher. If we take a look at additional details, you're going to see that the accruement account amount is going up. The weighted average is staying relatively the same. And even though I've made roughly $360 worth of interest, my account only shows about 160 of that. So $200 of that is currently essentially AFK, or has been spent selling notes that, you know, have had the potential of defaulting. So a bit alarming. I would definitely say that I've had a number of notes that I've questioned, but something I've done differently this month is that if I question a note, I don't sell it right away. So typically what I do is I sell notes quickly, because if I sell them quickly, I can usually sell them for a 20%, 30% loss. And then I don't have to worry about it, and it's someone else's problem. The thing about that is that oftentimes those notes will actually pay up within those 15 days, or at least what I discovered is that they will. And if they pay up, then I just, took a small loss. So this past month, I've actually been more patient with it. I've been letting notes sit for about 10, 11 days or so. And then before it enters that 15-day, 30-day period, then I sell the notes. And I actually like that strategy. A couple notes that did enter that grace period did pay through. In fact, I want to say all of them did. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing that moving forward. And I'm sure it's going to, benefit my account and turn this number around. Okay, now in terms of Prosper, I'm currently sitting at $1,036, down from relatively $1,050, but my money's actually up. So a couple things happened. One, even though Prosper's been great in terms of defaults and everything, and I've actually had none, except, this month, I've actually had a note that went late. And of course, concerned, I decided to see what was up. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be making much off of this, because this note over here, which had made $5 of payments to date, declared bankruptcy. So this is what it looks like when you declare bankruptcy. It says bankruptcy filed. If we take a look at the note, it's going to say collection activities on this loan have been suspended due to Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Okay, so most likely I've lost $20 on this note. Rather unfortunate. That being said, I kind of feel bad for this person because, I lost a small amount of money, but they're, declaring bankruptcy. So kind of just puts it all into perspective. Making money is always a good, fun thing to do, but I'm not making the equivalent or a large amount of money off either of these platforms. It's just something I'm doing as an alternative investment. So just something to keep in mind. It happens. I feel bad for this person, so hopefully they'll get back on their feet and everything will be okay with them. Now, that being said, the reason my Prosper account is decreasing is also because I've decided to essentially stop investing in Prosper. And the reason I decided to do that is because they are closing their trading platform. So on October 27th, I believe it was, they decided to close their trading platform, which means that if a note goes into grace, you could never sell it before, but now you can't sell it, period. So even if it gets out of grace and I have no trust in the note, I can no longer get rid of it. So I'm actually stuck with that note. And they literally say, once you purchase a note, you are stuck with it until maturity. Okay? So that's kind of a problem if I don't want to be stuck with a note till maturity. And what if I want to sell out later? You know, what happens when I decide on the day that I want to leave Prosper entirely and want to leave Lending Club entirely? Like, I cannot just remove all my money. I gotta wait 3 years, 5 years for all that money to eventually reach me again. So because Prosper does not have that option of selling your notes anymore, I'm going to slowly be removing money from this account. I'm still going to be monitoring it, but I'm going to be removing money from this account. And currently the stock market's down, so I'm going to be putting more money in the stock market because the best time to invest in stocks, at least what I believe, is when the market's down, so that when they go back up, you'll make your gains. Okay, so that's my update on Prosper. Hopefully you found this informative. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Other than that, I'm sure I will see you next month. So this is the Millennial Investor, signing out. Peace.